Trainer. I'm here with Mann.
Hello.
He's going to go over the no-brainer, how he came up with the idea and what it's for and how to surf it.
Okay. Yep. So the no-brainer is meant to be its namesake, where you can just hop on. Real versatile. Good for smaller waves, but then if it gets a little juicy, you got this pulled-in tail that's allows for some hold and drive with more decent surf than like a potato or something with the real wide tail. So this was Kelly really wanted to go crazy with the design of it, and then we ended up kind of scaling it back, but we kept some of those features of the double barrel all the way forward. So the double barrel that goes through the fins also extends all the way up through the nose, pretty much all the way, but definitely still right here. And the double barrel set within a single concave, and the rocker, as everyone notices, it's really flat. It's not as flat as it appears because it's actually the deck, the thickness. I brought the deck line down into the tip of the tail to make it more thin, because if I just extended it out and kept the illusion of a deck rocker, it would have been a big bulky tail, and we wanted it thin and sensitive back here and more performance boardy, not all big and hulky back there. So the foam is meant to be real well hidden. The performance of the board, pulled in nose, pulled in tail, still very short boardy breed, but the rocker is kind of what allows for the grovel factor. So it's a potato world rocker in a lot of ways, combined with the double barrel concave. It's not as extreme as in the double barrel concave as much as the potatoes, but this one does have that the double barrel that splits into the V out off the tail. So I recommend it as a quad. A lot of guys, especially Australians, they even ride the potatoes as the thrusters. So it kind of comes down to just personal taste and what you've grown up doing and whatever. But it's a quad. It was meant to be just like a high performance groveler. Really good for town here. Good. It was really fun at the wave pool. I ride a lot in San Diego. It's just a good all around. Head high, a little overhead, and then any like even taller if it's soft, with a little bit of slopey face, where you need to generate speed and you can kind of skate, and because it tips real nice and easy when you're driving through turns and stuff. Yeah.
So the single concave and then it has a double on the inside. What does that do?
So, the single concave, it just creates it's such a standard. Everyone's used to that kind of feeling of the lift right out of the takeoff. As soon as you hop to your feet, you get that little blast of speed. So if the double barrel was set within V or a flat bottom, it wouldn't have that quick pop as much. So the double barrel, the whole idea behind that is to be able to split the board. So when you have a wider board, especially in the potato world or this kind of board where it's real wide still right here, you go to tip it over onto your front foot and it releases the outside double barrel. So like if it was just one big single, it wouldn't be able to split the water as easily.
Just sucking water.
It would hold a little bit more so that the width becomes a little more of a hindrance. And so the double barrel breaks the water. And it's not really, I think it's pulling water through the fins, and anytime you're pulling water through the fins, and it accelerates more easily, and it increases speed, and that's what you want. The thrust of the water through the fins, feed the fins, they say. But when you don't really have the speed and you need to start generating it on your first couple pumps, the single concave helps with that. So that was the big thing with what I learned about putting the single the double barrel within the single concave was kind of counterintuitive when I started doing it with the Dominator, and when I did it with the sweet potatoes. It was all those boards were hully, real V or real U hull, like a longboard, and it was like, no, put the performance stuff on it, and then the width doesn't become such a problem, or the downsides of the width go away a lot of the time. So that's what this is carried in from that pedigree. This is a lot more refined, and you know, I've been able to put a lot more time into it when I was doing this one.
Yeah. And then you have a little swallowtail in here?
Yep,
Or...
1 inch cutaway up here, yep. And then, yeah, the swallowtails are cool because the water just stops, you know, and you can kind of just have that little extra pivot point, try to treat it like another fin, a little more hold. Yeah.
Right on. Thank you very much.
Anytime. Cool.